I forgot to add myself. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Um, Echo, I put the link up, honey. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I
I'm
took a
trying
nap and
something new.
forgot.
I'm trying to come in on my phone.
Yeah. I took a nap and forgot.
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh no. I'm glad you said something.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to switch the volume because I can't hear on my phone that good. Just a second. Okay. Is that better now?
Yeah. Now you're echoing.
Well, yeah. Um, hmm. There. Now let's see. No, that didn't work. Okay. I'll be back.
Already.
I'm going to have to come in on my computer.
Okay. How is everyone? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hi, Trouble. How are you? She'll be right back. My allergies are killing me today, so you'll have to forgive me. Having a time with.
Okay.
There you are.
Now I'm on the computer.
Yeah.
I I was hoping I could do it on the phone, but it just I don't know.
I've
It
never
just wasn't
tried.
working right for me.
I've never tried it on my phone. But
So, other than taking a nap, how are you doing?
all right, my allergies are kicking my
Oh,
butt. All I do is sneeze and blow my nose.
oh,
It's like, oh,
you got that old cold again.
you know, I can't stay well. I don't know what my problem is. Then I've got one sick upstairs with the stomach virus, so I'm trying to stay away from him so I don't get that.
Oh goodness.
So hold on just
Oops.
a minute.
Okay.
It's my hubby. I'll be right back.
Hi, Trouble. I hope you're still in here. How's everybody doing? I went to Walmart today Let's see, ladies, I've had a few bad weeks. I fell and broke my hand about 2 weeks ago. I remember when that happened. Then a few days ago, my 10-year-old son fell at school and broke his wrist. Oh, trouble. That's why your name is Trouble, probably. You got the bad luck following you. That's terrible. How is your hand doing though? Is it getting better? I hope it's getting better. I hope the cast or whatever they're doing is helping. I fell and broke my wrist. Let's see, would have been probably 26 or 27 years ago before I had my daughter. I fell down some steps coming out of a mobile home, and my natural instinct was to put my arm out to stop my fall and broke my wrist doing that. They say I'm supposed to be able to share my screen. I'm supposed to be able to share my screen. Hold on. That I'm supposed to be able to share my screen from my side as well. So I'm going to try that again and see if that works. She's still on the phone, so let me go ahead and try. Well, Trouble, that's good. That at least you're not having a lot of pain with it. Now it's just a matter of time for the bones to heal. Okay, let's see if this is going to let me do what I wanted to do last night that I couldn't figure out. Oops. Okay. Okay. Now, I'll give it a minute. There it goes. There it goes. Are you still muted? Are you still muted? Or she might still be talking. Okay.
Is it not working?
Yeah, I got it this far, but I still can't get it to let me turn it on. I don't know
Oh,
what. I don't know why I have so much trouble with it once I get to that part.
yeah. Hi, Roxanne.
All right, then. I'll be doggone if I can't get it to go.
Well, I just don't want you to play that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to get out of it.
Well, she took her whole self out. Well, Echo, where'd you go? Well, look, bro, I'm sorry. I took a nap and I just didn't. My allergies are killing me. I've got a little boy sick, so we're trying to stay away from him. He's got that stomach virus going around. Trying to keep my granddaughter away from him too, so she don't get it. We're in a temperature, so I have to keep an eye on him real close. Well, Echo, honey. It's pretty outside. It's 57 here today. How warm is it where you all are? Natalie? Natalie, you okay? She's not answering. Oh, we had to win yesterday. But it's real nice here today. There you are.
Oh my gosh.
She done it again.
This is why we call this real life happens, because every time we try, something goes wrong.
Yep.
Mm. All right. 53 and 63. Let's see what it is here in South Georgia. I bet I beat y'all.
It's 57 here. It's sunny.
Oh, 61. I
I
thought it would be warmer than that. It felt nice out when I went out earlier.
know.
Anyway, so I tried to make a video going to Walmart. There were so many people in the store that I could hardly video anything without getting people in there.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah, and so I got basically me in the car and then a little bit in the store and then me back in the car. So I was trying to splice it all together to make it make sense. I was like, well, I'll get it together here in a minute.
I tried to do that at the Dollar Tree, and it's like every aisle I go, as soon as I start filming, here come people walking down, and I'd have to quit. It's like, well, can't do it here.
I had the backside of a couple people. I cut one lady out, but there's like a man and a teenager in the very beginning part, like standing there by the produce as I'm scanning over, and I didn't cut them out.
Yeah.
I probably need to, but I didn't, not yet at least.
Yeah.
And I did figure out about the wreaths that Charlie girl emailed me. I am going to be able to do that on a video.
Oh, did? Oh, good.
So I'll be able to play that next Saturday for her stuff. Yeah, and that way I'll be able to tell everybody else if they don't want to come live on the panel, but they want me to show something, they can just email it to me.
Yeah.
And I can put it in a video and be able to play it that way.
Yeah.
So Trouble and Roxanne, how are y'all doing today? You had a good Sunday? I slept late got up, cleaned up a little bit, went to Walmart, came back, was messing with the video. That's about all I've accomplished today.
I ain't even got down my pajamas today. It's like I'm being lazy day. Lazy
Well,
day.
I
Uh-oh.
so I'm like ready to go somewhere.
Yeah. I ran all week. Got do enough running.
Oh, I know. And unfortunately, with me going and getting the baby so early in the morning, nothing's open.
Yeah.
So I can't, get anything done in the morning time. I have to wait and try to get it done in the afternoon when I take her back instead of trying to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Natalie, you all right? Oh, she ain't getting sick.
oh goodness.
She's running to the bathroom now. It's like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, Eli's got a fever of 101.7, so I gotta watch him. Make sure I got
Yeah.
her.
Oh, wow.
He gets sick before anybody does. But the only thing is, you gotta watch, stay away from him with fever. He's contagious right now, so
Yeah.
trying to check on him, but at a distance, so I don't catch it.
Right.
Because I
Hi,
can't.
always loyal. How are you? And yes, you found it.
Hi.
I even did a little short,
Oh,
just filming myself saying, "We're gonna be on. Real life happens."
I tell you, I forgot. My brain's gone. It's like I told Dennis. I said, yeah, we were supposed to do a live, and I said Echo had to text me, remind me of it. I forgot about it. He said, well, Norma.
Well, I was like, she's fine. She's coming. And then I was like, well, maybe she's having trouble because that's how our track record has been on this channel. And so I was like, let me text her and see.
I
Maybe
was like,
she's having trouble getting on.
no, I forgot.
Well, it's okay. We haven't done a live on this channel for
Yeah,
a couple of months.
yeah, it's been a while.
I use Canva to do my videos. I have heard a lot of people use CapCut, I think it's called. And there's another one that a lot of people use, but I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I gotta find me a good one because the one I got, I just cannot figure it out. It's too high tech for me. I was like, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, Canva's not hard to edit on. It's just I don't know how to put like stuff on top of stuff yet. That's what I'm trying to learn now. Oh, thank you, always loyal. I'm trying to figure out how you can do that, how you can like put another sound over top of the sound. Like if you want to take out the background sound and put another music on it or whatever, but I don't know how to do all that yet.
You know, it's like it's complicated.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of people only go live, that they don't even do videos because it is
Yeah,
harder to do that.
I do both with camera and a phone.
Yeah, I've just used my phone if I
Yeah.
record by myself. And I haven't tried to record anything on the computer itself. But now it says when you go to on StreamYard, it asks you, do you want to do a record?
Or
You know, so I might try that and see if I can just record it on StreamYard. But I don't know then how I would download it and get it into Canva to do anything with. See, I don't know. I haven't had time to really experiment. That's what I'm having to do now is just really try to experiment with the different, things.
if I use my camera though, I have to use my laptop to edit it because my computer don't have the little SIM card thing on it nowhere. It's just got a CD player.
Mm.
Uh, I had to buy this one fast when C hit because the kids went on my other one just about the time they went on homeschooling or whatever you call it. My other one just went dead.
Oh,
Nothing. So I had to rush out, and everybody I guess was buying them because that was the time everybody had to do it. So I got a little cheap one, and I hate this.
well,
It,
my
just
daughter asked me what these lines in the picture were from, and I said, I don't know, the camera, I guess. I
I see.
haven't, you know,
It don't show on here. I don't see it on here.
well, I can see it on my side and I can see
Yeah,
it on the phone and the my tablet, but I don't know. But anyway, she noticed it too and she was like, I don't know what that is. I
yeah. I
said, I
know
don't know either.
on your live I could see it, but
Yeah.
on StreamYard I can't see it.
It's weird.
Yeah, I forgot what Dylan said that's called from. I'll have to ask him again when the
And
lines.
then my other laptop, I still haven't figured out how to get that program off to release the camera and the microphone so I could even use that other one, which it's even older than this one, so it would be even slower, I think.
Yeah, I got on my laptop the other day and the sound won't work now. Cannot get. I don't know how to get it back on. So I got to wait till Dylan comes over and hopefully he can figure it out. It just because we haven't been on it for a while, and I plugged it up the other day for them to do a conference thing with their counselor, and it couldn't get no sound. Tried everything.
I wonder the people who are recording, because even Rick said, he just records on his phone and stuff. I wonder how if it's really as easy to do all the things like in Canva on the phone as it is, on the actual program.
I've tried it on my phone, and I can't do it on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I usually put it on my phone and then put it into Canva, and then I'll get on my computer and do what I need to do because I get confused on the phone.
Yeah, I have. That's all I ever do is I just record it on my phone and then I download it into the Canva on my phone and then
Yeah,
I can pull it up on the computer. But
yeah.
today when I was trying to do it, it kept telling me that I didn't have enough space, so it
Well,
wouldn't let the videos download.
where'd you
So I
go?
was having to delete stuff.
I said, "Are you all right? Huh? What? Honey, I can't read sign language." Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if you was getting sick too, or
So I was having to go through and try to delete stuff to make it to where I could even pull in the videos. I got brave and sang on Harold's
oh,
karaoke last night. I sang God Only Knows without music. It was fun. Always, you have got to come up next Saturday night. You've got to come do a karaoke
I can't
song
stay up.
for us.
I'd love to go to his lives, but I can't stay up that late.
I know. I went last night for just a few minutes and then I fell asleep listening to it.
Uh,
I couldn't stay up that late either. But I know if you do it on your phone, if you go on YouTube and you say, or you go like Siri and you say, God only knows YouTube karaoke, it should pull it up to where you'll be able to play the music and it'll have the words on there for you too.
oh,
But that's great. So see, you're getting over your shyness. That's great.
it's great. And
We were terribly shy. Norma said, I want to make craft videos, but I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, how are you going to do that? I said, maybe you could put the camera at the top, like, and show it, just point it down to the whatever you're making or whatever, and just show your hands or something. But I was like, I don't know how to do all that.
No,
Oh, but you don't have Siri. Oh, well, I don't know. I guess there's other ways to do it. I don't know.
I've tried to concoct me a thing to where I can hold it up over. What, honey? Put that away. You ain't wearing that. No.
It doesn't matter always. You don't have to show your face. That's whatever big. Oh, I don't want to show my face. Don't show your face. Put an icon up there over it.
What are you doing with my shirt on? This child will not leave my clothes alone.
Well, Trouble, you need to come up and just put, not show your face and just talk
I
and get
figured out
used
how
to
to do
doing that. And then once you're used to coming up, not showing your face and just talking, eventually you'll be able to do it. Because
Believe
I
me,
was scared too.
I didn't want to do it.
Mm-mm.
I was like, no.
No, we're like, how are we going to have a channel and never show our faces? That's not going to work. Especially when we want to connect with women, they're going to want to know what we look like.
Please, Natalie, come on. You got to get my clothes off, child. She takes my pajamas. She takes my t-shirts. It's like, I don't care. Buy your own. Ow. Leave mine
I did
alone.
figure out why we didn't have such a big crowd last night. There was a bunch of drama going on over in the true crime area.
Oh.
And so that was where everybody was at, mostly from that area, was over there listening to all the drama.
Oh.
I don't know.
Usually you have a whole bunch in there.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to cook tonight for dinner. I had a hamburger and french fries for lunch, which wasn't the best thing for me, but
Yeah.
I was out and about and didn't want to have to, come home and make something quick. So there's more drama today too. Yeah, I noticed Purple had went on early this morning. I mean, I just wish they'd stop. They just, they don't need to do that. It's just so unbecoming to be so rude and
when you don't even know the people, what gets me, you've never met them.
Yeah, you probably never will meet them.
Why? Why would you go and do the stuff they do, threaten them, and
last night, I guess there was 8 people up on the panel, and then just the one, and they were like all saying stuff to her and everything. I would have got down. I would have said, "I'm sorry, but I'm too grown for this nonsense," and I would have just got down.
Yes, one of his shirts I'm making for his blanket. It was, but you took it out. No, it wasn't. Natalie, please go.
I just don't have the desire, I guess, to get that involved in all that drama.
Oh, I don't either.
I mean, there's so many people involved, and if you don't know what's going on, it's hard to. But like I had said to somebody, that's one reason why I want to go to other channels and not just in the true crime community, because there is so much drama. And then people were like, well, there's drama everywhere. Well, you know what it is? It's so many personalities. Everybody's, trying to find a place to fit in and find a place to be comfortable and all of that. And Purple went up on panel today. Felt so bad I had to drop out. She went on somebody's panel again today. See, to me, you don't want to have the drama coming at you. You got to quit responding to it.
Yeah.
If you don't give them anything to talk about, there's nothing, what are they going to say? It's true crime. Well, true crime is just like there's a community of the resellers and like the Christian community. There's a drama community, and there's also a true crime community. And
about trying to find missing people.
Right. The true crime started out being about, different people who were missing and, unsolved murders and, things like that. But
that's why I do it, and then it started getting drama. So
now it's basically drama. It's more drama than true crime.
I was like,
and there's not really any, other than the 4 college kids that were killed in Idaho. That's about the only case that's really got anything going on with it right now. Oh, and there's a couple of murder trials going on. Yeah. But Icamel is the only one who's broadcasting a trial.
Yeah.
Right now. So I've kind of lost, there's not a whole lot to watch over there on the true crime, and I don't really get into the drama that much. So I tried for a little bit to try to make some sense to them about things, and that just didn't work. So I was like, I'm out of that. I don't, I want to uplift people and make people feel better about themselves and their life, and
instead of putting them down.
yeah. And to me, all that drama is just so negative.
Yeah.
Trouble says, I'm following the bully case from the UK. Okay. I don't even know anything about that case. Exactly. Peacefulness.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why, like, most of my emails, I'll say peace and then put my name. I want that peace, for myself and for everyone else.
Natalie, let Buster out, please. He's got to go out.
I think there comes a point that you just have to say, I'm not going to let that nonsense get into my brain. And I'm not going to worry about it.
I said I'd have enough drama at home with 2 kids.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty well had stopped watching regular network news.
Yeah.
Until I started watching it again when Gabby Petito case, was on and stuff. But before that, I hadn't watched a real news program in probably 2 or 3 years, as it just was always negative. And
that's why around here, every time you turn it on, somebody's been shot, killed, and it's like, what is this world coming to? Every day, it's like,
I mean, I know you can't get away from crime and things like that, but I try to stay in my little corner of the world.
That's what I do. I don't even watch TV. When I was down, I watched it, but I watched like cold cases and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like to watch them, or I like to watch CSI. Is it Miami? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I like to watch the crime shows and stuff, and I do like true crime.
Yeah.
There's a channel, and it's true crime cases 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they just just constantly going. I don't remember what channel it is, but that was like all kinds of old cases, new case. It was just a conglomeration of things.
I like to watch 48 hours too, where they got 48 hours to try to get a clue of who did what.
Yeah. But that's what brought me to YouTube, was the true crime stuff. But now I'm realizing there's a lot of other communities out there. Just about anything anybody would ever want to look up or find any information on, there's channels that do that.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, and you can just find more and more the more you're out there looking,
I've noticed on the shorts we do something about pets, we get more views than we do anything.
Yeah.
On pets.
Well, because I think people who love their pets are the kind of people that, would like our stuff,
Yeah.
Because somebody who doesn't like animals, I don't have any use for them either. Because I really do think animals are put here on earth to help us, to comfort us, and to, so I
maybe does.
That tells me a lot about a person if they don't like animals.
Yeah.
I've
got cats that'll come up to me.
Or they don't like little kids.
Yeah.
That's like,
I don't like kids some days.
Well, and I mean, I'm not saying you want to have to take care of them all the time, but, just like you go somewhere and you see a little kid, it's like, oh, look how cute or whatever, but.
That's what I tell them. I say, I love you, but I don't like you today. Go away.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to have to beat the tar out of them yesterday. I tell them all the time I'm going to beat the tar out of them. If I ever beat the tar out of them, I don't know what they would do.
Yeah. I don't know either. Allison spanked the baby the other day. She done the same thing about 4 or 5 times, and I kept telling her not to do it and to stop. And I guess Allison didn't think I was being stern enough. So she got her and spanked her butt. And I was like, oh, I hate that she got in trouble, you know. She's
Now
like,
mine,
well, you can't just let her do stuff. You got to discipline her.
now mine have got whooped, believe me, but it don't do no good. So it's like the next day they're doing it again. So
She has a golden doodle named
oh,
Lanny. Aw, some of my neighbors upstairs in my apartment complex, they have a golden doodle, and it's the blondish
blonde
yellow kind of
color.
color, and it's just a puppy. It's
Oh,
about it's probably about 20, 25 pounds, something like that, but full of energy. And I don't know how they keep it upstairs and have to come run down the stairs every time, it has to go to the bathroom or whatever. But I think they're beautiful dogs, golden doodles. Yeah. I saw a dog the other day when I was at the vet's office, and I wanted to ask them, but they were like, got their dog and left. But it looked kind of like an Irish setter to me. And my aunt had an Irish setter, and they're good dogs too.
wow.
She's a big baby still. Yeah, that's how that's how my dog is. She thinks she's a human.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks. What are you doing,
She doesn't think she's a dog. She
Natalie?
thinks she's a person.
Go get him his BONES. Pretty soon he's gonna know what that is. Watch him look at me. He knows what it is. See, I haven't had one today. I tried to. I gave him one of them great big ones to chew on, so for his teeth. I buy the greenies, but they're so expensive. It's like Lord have mercy, cause he can chew one of them greenies up just like that. It's like
I know Chloe chews her treats up fast too. I get those ones called busy bones that have the like the marrow stuff in the middle of it,
yeah.
and I mean it's gone like that. I'm
Well,
like, oh, I thought that would last you a little while.
yeah. Give him two of them then if they're broken in half. How'd they all get
Yeah,
broken?
Roxanne's little dog Candy.
Well, give him
She
a big one.
she definitely thinks she's human.
Yeah, I know. I gotta
She
get him some more one.
she's sweet though, and I'm sure you're glad that you have her with you.
See, I give him big milk bowl.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, you already set before I'd asked you. Good boy. There you go. There you go. He loves them things.
Yeah, Chloe loves hers too.
You know, sometimes I give him them pepperoni
Uh
things.
huh.
I don't give them to him very often because he got a lot of salt in them.
Yeah.
I try to give him a bone a day to keep his teeth clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chloe chews on stuff too. I have to catch her. She'll get a baby toy. What did she chew up the other day?
Yeah, we can't give him.
Oh, it was a bunny rabbit, and it was like a bobblehead one,
You know,
and she chewed its feet and its ears. And I was like, "What is that?" And
That's-
then I realized, oh, that was the bunny.
you have to give Buster a ball or a rope. Everything else he tears all to pieces.
Yeah, my weather here today is sunny and nice out. I don't know what it's like there in Ohio.
It's sunny, real pretty, and 57.
Okay, well, we're only a few degrees off because I'm
Yeah,
61.
yeah, it's real nice today.
Yeah.
I wish it get like this to stay, but all the pollen's coming out or whatever because it's killed me today. I said it's like they released all the pollen.
Yep. I have all my plants in from the winter, and I put a couple out the other day, and I want to get them all back out there on the patio, but
Yeah,
every time I think about doing it, the temperature will drop enough that I'm like, yeah, they're kind of used to being in the house now. I
yeah,
don't want to shock them and put them out there and have it turn too cold.
yeah. I've only got one, and it's still living. I can't believe it, but it's still living. I usually kill everything I get over.
Always loyal. Are you 60 as in your age is 60 or you're 60 degrees there? Because I'm 60 years old, but I'm 61 degrees today.
I think she meant 60 degrees.
I don't have any herbs right now. I have had in the past. I've grown herbs.
I want to try to
I
grow
just
some. I
I
want
don't
to
use
try.
them in my cooking that much.
Oh, I do. Makes your food taste so much better.
I know, but I guess I'm just
Fix
I need recipes.
yeah.
I don't know, like just to throw it in there, So it's like I kind
That's
of,
how you experiment.
yeah, that's
You
what I guess I need to do.
know because
Oh, 60 degrees. Okay.
a lot of recipes don't call for different spices.
Right.
Yeah, I throw in what I think would taste good. Like I put sage and parsley together, or I put parsley and Italian seasons together, and I just throw in whatever I want to throw in.
Yeah, well, that's basically how I cook too. I just, whatever, kind of
Yeah,
whatever I want, however I want to make the meat or make the vegetables. Or the last time when we went up to South Carolina and got my car, my co grandmother sent us home with all kinds of food because she was going to Alaska on vacation like 2 or 3 days later.
yeah,
And my ex isn't going to eat all these leftovers.
yeah,
So he was like, get rid of them, just whatever you want, take them. And she always acts like, we don't have any groceries and she's always sending us home with stuff. But anyway, so she sent me home with a bunch of stuff and most of it I just put in the freezer.
yeah.
But I did have some macaroni and cheese and I had some green beans that she had cooked and the baby ate up the green beans and the macaroni and cheese. She loved that. And then she had some bacon that she was already cooked. So I had made some cheeseburger, hamburger helper the other day for the baby, and I put that crumbled up bacon in there. And oh, it was
Oh, good.
it's so good.
I keep bacon in this house. They just tear it up.
Yep.
Or sausage. Natalie. Now Natalie don't eat a lot of good food, but she'll eat bacon. She'll eat sausage. Um, Pepperoni. You can't buy pepperoni. I bought it twice to try to make a pizza, homemade pizza,
Uh-huh.
and she ate the whole bag.
Oh wow.
And the last ones we bought, we had to freeze them and hide them in the freezer so I could make a homemade pizza.
Yeah. Well, my her name's Trish. I'm just gonna say Trish, but she gave me a bag of pepperoni and I put it in the freezer and I want to get French bread and the pizza sauce and the cheese and some mushrooms. And
Yeah.
I'm going to make the French bread pizza. I love that. That'll be so good.
Yeah, I made one. Uh, I bought the dough at the already made dough at Walmart's for a
Hmm.
dollar, and I kept it in the freezer until I got ready to use it. And then, because Dennis he ate wild about pizza, if I make them homemade, he'll eat them. He likes them, but
Yeah.
not as far as going out and order one.
Uh-huh.
Um, he'll get a sub or something. He don't eat the pizza, but I made one. I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, and the kids already say, "When we get another one?" I said, "I got to buy the stuff first, and I keep it."
Always says she's going to start cooking chicken, but she'll be listening. And
Okay.
Trouble says that she likes to make pizza on frozen garlic bread. That's an idea too.
I never thought you can
Yeah.
buy you can buy that at Walmart's. Them big loaves. I buy them and freeze them. That'd be a good idea. Buy them and freeze them, and make pizza on them.
Yeah.
I don't want. I don't know how to make garlic butter though. I gotta find a recipe for garlic butter. I don't know if you just put the garlic in the butter and stir it up.
That's how I do it.
It's
I put garlic powder
powder
in in the butter
and instead of
and
red.
mix it up like that. But you could chop up garlic or you could I wouldn't use garlic salt because it'd make it too salty.
Sorry, yeah.
You know. But she sent me home with a big bag of potatoes and a bag of onions. So I'm gonna make some fried potatoes and onions. I love that.
Oh, I love them. The kids won't eat them if they got onions in them. So
Really?
I have that. They don't like onions. They do not like onions. It's like y'all don't know what you're missing, and I have to make them small because this ain't got no teeth. And then I fry them up before, real good, so
Uh-huh.
they get soft, because he can't eat them.
Yeah.
Then plus they hurt him if they're not fried up real good. So
Well, I could even just peel an onion and put it on a baking sheet and stick it in the oven and just let it bake, or in the crock pot even.
yeah, I love onions. They're
I'm
like,
sorry we're making you hungry. We're just talking about food, It's
yeah,
one of our favorite topics to talk about.
I've got to figure out what I'm gonna fix for dinner.
Yeah.
It's like I
And
don't.
don't get me started. Oh, shoot, don't get me started talking about making soup.
Yeah.
I got the stuff in there to make homemade chicken noodle soup. I got the stuff in there to make cheddar cheese and broccoli soup.
Oh
I
God,
might do that this
I
week.
haven't made that in a long time. That sounds good.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Me and Dylan likes that soup. I'll have to make him. I'll make a big
Yeah.
pot and send him some.
Tater tots.
Tater
Tater
tots.
tots.
That's all I hear. I bought a big bag of tater tots yesterday, and all she hollers about fix tater tots, tater tots. And it's like, I don't want to heat the house
Well,
right now.
well, Trish makes them in the air fryer.
Yeah, I'm buying me an air fryer because
Puts a paper plate in the air fryer, puts in the tater tots,
Air fry.
and she cooks them for, I don't know, a few minutes, and then she takes and puts like cheese and crumbled bacon or really whatever you want on them, almost like they're nachos, but they're tater tots, and oh, they're good. Maybe
Yeah.
like a loaded baked potato is about what it's like.
So Dennis, I said I'm buying me an air fryer because that way I don't have to heat the oven up all the time. If they want French fries or
Right. I was just gonna say anything that you cook in the oven that gets crispy,
yeah,
or you deep fry it, you can do it in the air fryer, and it's no oil, so it's better for you.
I said that way I don't have to heat that oven up because it makes this house so hot.
And my friend Loretta has a air fryer that also has she can use it like an indoor grill. The air fryer, it'll bake, and she can do like for dehydrating fruit or dehydrating to make like your homemade beef jerky
Oh wow!
or something like that. But hers does like 4 different things, and it has a really big area. It's not like a little tiny basket. It's like a big area.
Well,
But hers was about $120, but they'll come down.
yeah,
But I want one like that does more than just air fry.
air fry. I didn't know they got them to do more than air frying.
Oh yeah, I think it's grill, bake, air fry, and dehydrate. That hers does 4 things.
Wow.
But I used to have one of those dehydrators. It was round and had like multiple trays,
Yeah.
and I would make banana chips on it, and I would dehydrate pineapple, and I would do beef jerky. Of course, that was back when the butcher would cut your meat. You could buy a roast and have them slice it real thin to make beef jerky out of. Nowadays, they don't even have butchers in the stores. They just have, the meat comes already packaged and cut. But our Food Lion still has a butcher, so you can get things cut smaller or whatever. And I like to do that too, even when I buy a roast, because from just one person, I don't need a whole big huge roast, so I'll get them to cut me one, make 2 out of it or something like that. Well, I guess everybody is over watching drama. Drama. Oh, I know. Cheddar cheese and broccoli. I also love French onion soup. And French onion soup with some melted cheese on the top, or even put a croutons and then melt cheese over top. Oh, so good. I could eat soup every day. And my ex hated soup. And he hated like chili and stews and like chicken and noodle or chicken and rice or anything like any pot meal like that. And that's how I grew up. I grew up in Indiana. It was cold. It was before microwaves. And my mom would make a big old pot of something and leave it on the stove. And when you came in, it would still be warm because it'd be on low. And you just get you a bowl and eat whatever it was. If we had Sunday dinner and had a roast with potatoes, onions, and carrots, if there was anything left, she'd make beef stew out of it. And I loved beef stew. I would be like, I don't care if we eat the roast, but make beef stew out of it. And but that's how she did. She just made mostly big pots of stuff, especially in the winter months. It was so cold. You needed some nice warm food to warm you up. So I got to where I love making split pea soup with a ham bone and chicken and noodles, and I love all that kind of stuff. But there's really nobody to eat it but me and my little grandbaby. So I'll portion it out and freeze it, and then I'll have it later when I want it. I usually have 2 or 3 different kinds of soup in the freezer at all times. All I have to do is thaw them out, And I'll have hamburger patties, turkey burgers, things like that already, like 2 in a package, portioned out. So then when I want to make something, I can just thaw it out and just have just enough to do for myself and have for the baby or whatever. I tried doing the thing where I would feed the baby, make her own kind of food or whatever, and try to let her eat it herself, and she didn't want a part of that. She would eat like a bird, just barely pick at it. So then I would just go ahead and make whatever I was going to eat and then just feed her off of what I have, and she eats really good. So I said, I don't care. I don't mind her eating what I'm eating. And if it encourages her to eat better, then, which being diabetic, I try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and, things that aren't real lot of carbs. But sometimes I do eat the carbs too.
Yeah. I'm sorry I have to take care of Eli.
That's okay. Is he all right?
Down the steps. He looks like death warmed over.
Oh.
Little thing does. I gave him some of my ibuprofen. Get his fever to go back down.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna beat her down, man. This is gonna call for nagging.
He's getting on Bruce thinking.
What's this?
Hold on.
Mr. Norma's home. Yes, prayers for him because he's not feeling good at all. Always loyal, you can come up and show us your chicken. There she is. Okay. Hey.
Hold on, Buff. Don't be mean to him.
Uh-oh. My nose.
There you go.
Oh, good.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't seem to be on camera. I can't see my. It's all green. I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
Yo, Echo, hey.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey, he said,
Norma.
Hello?
Hi.
hi,
We can
hear
see
us?
your hair. It looks like your hair is over the camera.
Yeah,
Oh,
No, it ain't.
she's trying to show us her chicken. She's fine. I can't get it right neither. When you turn them backwards, you can't.
I know it's hard
Hard
to.
to see what you're
did you
doing.
see it? Did you see it?
Now your hair again.
Nope. All we see is your hair.
Yeah, yeah. One.
You're beautiful.
Did you see it?
Nope. We saw like your kitchen table. Go try to
Okay,
pan
hold on,
the
hold
other
on.
way.
Oh, okay.
Try to look the show. There you go. Oh, stop. Right there. There you got it. Perfect.
Do you see it now?
Yep, we saw it. Now we see your
Oh, okay. I had
refrigerator.
it turned the wrong way. I had it turned the wrong way. I ain't never been on camera before. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm cooking the chicken, chicken nugget.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna get back out. Bye,
Okay,
y'all.
all right.
Bye.
Bye. Roxanne, you want to come up? Norma can drop a link. There might be a link all the way at the beginning. There she is. Hello.
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 Hello. I had to turn off the other one.
Oh, okay.
Natalie, please stop.
My baby's
Say,
here.
where's your baby at?
Yeah.
Oh, she's right here.
Hi, Candy.
She's got a little wiener dog, don't she?
Yeah. Oh. Say hi. What are you doing?
I'm
You
on
having a good
Alexis.
day? Yeah.
Oh, hi.
She's like, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah. Mama, please.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thank you for the
Mama.
kiss.
Chloe's getting to where she likes that medicine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to give it to her in 2 different syringes.
Yeah.
And at first, I was having to like stick it in her mouth and just shoot it in there.
real fast.
Now she's over there trying to lick this thing while I'm trying to get it, to push it in her mouth. So I think it must taste good to her. Thank goodness I got the liquid.
Yeah, she must like it.
Yeah, because she will not take a pill at all. Hey, Dino. Hey, y'all, stopping by to show some love. Thank you, Dino.
Yeah, mine don't take pills either. I have to hide them in cheese.
Well, but Chloe's so smart. She'll eat whatever you put the pill in and then spit the pill out. It's like she knows it's in something because I don't give her people food, very often. So I guess she's figured out if I give her people food, it's probably got a pill in it. And she looks for the pill. So I told the doctor, I said, unless I crush it up and put it on her food somehow, and then I wouldn't know for sure if she got it all. And he said, well, can she do a liquid? And I said, well, a liquid's going to be a lot easier, to get down her. So he gave me the liquid and she's been taking it just like she's always had to take medicine,
Wow.
Right.
I have to fight mine to get medicine down.
I know. I was surprised. Now, he wanted me to be doing Epsom salt like soak thing on her backside. She won't even let me touch her.
Yeah, I don't.
And I know I'm still thinking that when they expressed her glands is when it ruptured,
Ruptured. Yeah.
and she knows that hurt her,
Yeah.
and that's why she don't want nobody
Scared.
messing back there, you know.
You don't want.
But she's not continually licking it or favoring her backside or anything like that. And she was out here this morning just running and jumping, you know, just like there's nothing wrong with her.
Oh, that's good.
So, and I cleaned her bedding out of her kennel and everything, and there wasn't any blood or anything like that on anything. So I'm hoping it's well on its way to healing up. But I still believe they did it.
Yeah, they just ain't gonna admit it though.
They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, seriously, if it was already like that, and I'm handling her, and I'm, you know, picking her up, and she's up against me and and everything, I would have noticed some kind of leakage or blood or, you know, something somewhere.
She would have seen something, on your clothes.
Yeah.
But,
and I know that it wasn't like that when we went there, you know, but it's my fault because I didn't go back there with her. I should have went back there with her. And then when they went to do it, if it had happened then I would, you know, have proof that they did it, you know.
Our vets, you can't go back there with them unless you tell them you're going to.
Well, see, that's how they try to
come out to the car and get them and take them in. But Dennis, he tells them, I'm going in.
Yeah.
You know, he wears a mask.
And I always have, if there's been something wrong, I've always gone with them. And even the first part of the exam and the rabies shot, I was in there with her.
Yeah.
But she was only supposed to be getting her other shots. I didn't even know they were doing any other tests. And so when they said, you know, it's just for a couple of shots, do you want to go back there? I was like, well, it's fine. Go ahead, you know.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, here they come. Oh, you know, that's not, it didn't sit right with me. Yeah, and I kind of have I don't know how to say it, a BS meter. Like, you know, when things don't seem right, it don't seem right, you know, and I'll be like, yeah. It was just and then it was like the tech that was in there that would have been the one that had done it. She didn't say a word. She was just like,
she wasn't going to discriminate herself.
No.
I'm going to be quiet.
And of course the vet was like, because I said, well, when did this happen? This just happened right now when y'all were checking her, or, you know, whatever. Yeah. Oh no, it's been like that probably for 3 days. How can you tell how many days it's been like that?
Yeah.
And then he was saying that it was her fur.
I noticed it on her covers. Anything
he was saying because her fur underneath there was wet. Well, don't you think they tried to clean it off whenever it happened? Yeah. That's why it was wet from them doing whatever they did. She wasn't wet when I brought her in there. And I had on like a light blue shirt. Yeah. And I said, look, I held her up against me. Now, if there was something leaking out of that dog, it would be on my shirt.
Yeah.
You know, I just, and because I have to take her in the kennel in the car, and I had taken her blankets out and put one clean blanket in there to go to the vet. There was nothing on that blanket either. So if it was like that on the car ride over to the vet, you would have thought there would have been some evidence. Yeah.
You would have seen something, yeah.
You know, I mean, something, somewhat. And it's not like I don't ever pick up my dog or I don't ever, you know, she's always, if she's out here with me, she's on my lap, beside me, on the couch, you know, I would know. I just feel like I would know. And they were like, well, no, this must have happened 3 days ago. And I'm like, it didn't happen 3 days ago.
I don't believe that.
But, and then they tried to overcharge me. because I was supposed to be splitting the exam and the rabies shot and the other shots. I was supposed to pay $115 total, but they were going to do half one month and half the next month. So I only had to pay $57.50 each month.
Yeah.
Fine. First month when I took her, they did the physical, they did the rabies shot, and I paid $10 extra, and they cut her toenails. So this time I was supposed to only pay $57.50. Well, she charges me $95 something, and says it's because I had to pay for the physical. And I'm like, I paid for the physical last month. And she was like, well, it's $115. I said, I understand that, but they were splitting that between the two visits, and I've already paid $57.50, and now I owe you $57.50 today. And then they wanted to charge me $10 for him looking at her today, and then the money for the medicine. And I'm like, that's fine, but something is wrong with your addition over here, because just for the shots today should not be $90-something when I've already paid $57.50.
Yeah.
So she went and talked to somebody. She came back and she finagled around, and then she finally said, oh, okay, you're right. I need to subtract that $30. And I'm like, no, you need to subtract more than $30. It's like $45 is what you're charging me extra, or $50. I'm supposed to pay $57. You're trying to charge me almost $100.
It's $45 here for a rabies shot.
Yeah. So I was like, get that straight. So then she said, I said, well, I have the $57.50 that I thought I was going to have to pay. Now I have to pay $10 for the exam today, and then I also had to pay for medication. So I said, I have $20. I'll go get out of the car, and then I'll owe you the rest, which ended up being $19. So whatever they do when I take her back in 2 weeks, I have to pay $19, plus I have to pay whatever they charge me that day, which he said the recheck would cost me $15. And I'm like, you guys are just charging me, $10 here, $15 here for what? When y'all
give you a senior discount.
No. And see, that's the thing when I called, and this is a vet that I've used for 20 plus years, which is not the same vet. The old man passed away, and now it's a couple of younger guys in there.
Yeah.
But the same office people and everything. And I've always had my animals treated there, fixed there, shots every year. I mean, everything just like you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
And so when I moved to this little town, we have a veterinarian. So last year I had taken her there, and they charged me like $160-something.
Wow.
And so I knew I wasn't paying that much at the other vet. So I said, well, since I'm going back and forth with the baby, I can go ahead and take her to that vet.
Yeah.
So I called them, and they told me the $115. And I said, well, is there a senior discount or, anything? And she said, the only thing we could do is split it for you and let you do it over 2 months. And I was like, well, at least that's better than, having to pay it all at once. So that's what I ended up doing, is splitting it.
How much is the discount we get?
Yeah. Have you heard of the show Critter Fixers?
No.
There are two guys that are in South Georgia somewhere. I think Monroe. I can't remember exactly. But they're a vet. It's on Discovery and on the Animal Show.
Oh.
It seems like I have heard them. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's two black guys.
Oh, okay. They're real funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they're out of South Georgia. I didn't know if they were close to you or not. I don't know exactly.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
They take care of everything. They take turtles. They take snakes. They take all of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I won't ever let my dog go back to see a vet again without me being right there.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I don't care what they're doing to her. I'll go back every time because I just feel like they, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back with mine. Mine lets us.
And see, with living in this apartment, I'm allowed to have her because she's my emotional support dog. And so, I get to have her, but I have to have the shots done so that, I have to give them proof, that she's up to date on her shots and everything. So it's not like I can't. I have to do the shot. I have to do it. I mean, I would do it anyway, but I feel like since she stays in the house, she's not really exposed to anything. But
No.
I guess you never know.
Well, that's
So-
Georgia law too. They all have to have their shots, no matter the inside or outside dogs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in our county, they have to have a leash, no matter if you take them outside. Anywhere they have to have a leash.
They
Supposed
have to have tags.
Well, even
Yeah.
if they didn't have a leash law here, I would have to have her on a leash because she goes out so infrequently that she would bolt and run, and I'm like right on the edge to the parking lot. I mean, she'd be in the
Right.
parking lot and get hit by a car just like that. So,
Yeah.
Y'all got to have tags.
yeah.
They have to have rabies tags, yeah.
No, I mean a tag to the county you live in.
Well, I don't guess. I mean, we have to have their rabies tag showing they had a rabies shot, but I don't guess we have to do anything else.
We have to have tags here. Because if you get them before January, I think they're 35, and then after that they go up to 55
Wow.
for each animal.
We don't have to have anything like that.
The dogs, especially, you have to have a tag for them.
Huh.
If the dog catcher comes around and asks you, you don't have them, then you'll end up in court.
That's not good.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
It's like,
We used to
This
take
county
ours to
just wants
the park.
money.
Stroll in their baby stroller.
Yeah. Our county wants money for everything.
Chloe would like that. She doesn't like to have to walk. She likes to be carried or something,
I could very well put mine in a baby carriage. It'd have to be an extra large baby carriage.
Yeah, you'd need one for twins or something. Redo the seat on it to make it work to fit for that dog.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
No, one of our dogs went blind. He's been 10. He died in 2010. But we got him a stroller, and he loved it. And he could say over 50 words. And so when we had our others, we started putting the other two in the stroller because it was easier than having him pull and want to stop and pee on everybody's spot. So,
Yeah.
and then when Candy was born, she went in the stroller with him. Now she's got the stroller by herself. It was cheaper than buying a dog stroller. We're at the flea market and pay $20 for it versus, $100 for a
Yeah.
dog stroller.
Yeah. What, baby? What?
But I haven't taken Candy anywhere in a couple of months. She's due her car. She's not even been in the car. My new car. New car to me.
Hi, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. Kristen has a Chiweenie also.
Does she? Oh.
Uh-huh. Named Peppa. Like Peppa the pig.
Oh.
So Peppa and Gus the pug, those are two of Chloe's friends on Chloe's channel.
Right.
Um,
What?
Chloe has like 100 and almost, I think 120 something subscribers. So
Oh, wow.
people like her. I have to
That's
do
good.
more videos of her, but she's so quick. It's like she knows I have the camera. I'm trying to record her, and she jumps and runs, and and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then when I look at the video, it's like patches of the wall, patches of the floor. Where's the dog at? I know she was in here.
That's like Buster. If he sees me with my phone trying to record him, he turns around, won't turn back around. Like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm
It's
not
like they know what
Yeah.
you're doing. And my
Okay.
grandbaby, you can't even hardly record her because when she sees the phone, she wants the phone.
phone.
I was
Okay.
looking at my pictures yesterday, and I had 4 pictures of her foot and the carpet. that she must have taken herself when she had my phone, and I didn't even know it.
She's doing selfies, Mel.
I'm like, what the heck is this? And I realized, well, that's her foot, and that's the carpet. So she was right here in my living room, and somehow, but she messes with all the buttons.
Yeah.
She's always trying to sign you up to something or call somebody, and she likes to play with the remote also. And you'll hear her show stop playing, and then I'll look, and it'll be adding some channel to my television.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, don't be hitting buttons and doing that, but she loves to.
Yeah. I know Natalie always loved buttons when she was little.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't do that. I didn't give her my phone. Her mom and dad got her started on the phone, but I don't allow them to have phones now because they do stuff I don't like. So I took their phones away from them. And everybody's like, well, they're going on 13 and 12 and 13 years old. And I'm like, I don't care. They
I'll
can get
be
a phone.
right back.
When they get a job, they can get their own phone.
If I can do
Okay.
this.
Alrighty.
Put this picture for now. Did it do it? No.
No.
Just mute yourself. It's okay.
Yeah.
Avatar when the oh, because I didn't turn the camera off. Sorry. There we go. Okay.
Gonna figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight.
Yeah, me too. Kids is hollering they're hungry. Well, the one is. She's hungry all the time, though. So I don't really pay attention to her. She's big enough to go in there and get something to eat, but she's like,
Are they your grandkids?
yeah, I've had them since they were babies. I've been raising them. I got custody of them. I've got one I've already raised. He's in his third year of college.
Okay.
He graduates the end of December. So
Yeah.
and then I've got these two. They're be 12 and 13 years old. So they're like only 10 months apart from each other. They're brother and sister.
Yeah.
I've had them since they were babies.
I'm going to have to go back. I was hoping I would not have to go back to the dentist.
Oh, goodness. What'd you do?
But my bottom plate, they're going to have to shave it down a little bit because it's like the parts on the side are too long, and it's like not cutting, but pressing into the inside of my mouth.
Oh, that hurts.
And it's making, I got like a sore spot there now.
I'll tell you the old wives' tale to dry it up. You might not want to do it, but I do it when I get sores in my mouth. My dad taught me this. You take vinegar and swish it around in your mouth without the dentures, and it'll dry it up in like a day or two.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but
I didn't have them in yesterday, the bottom. And the one spot that was sore felt better. So I said, well, okay, I'll put them in today. But now I got a place on the other side that's hurting. And that's what it is. It's those, the curved part that goes down into your mouth are too long on the inside. I need that shaved down a little bit. And then on the top, you know how you have that little piece of skin under your lip that like connects your lip to your jaw.
Make a V in it.
And it's like it's just a little bit too high on one side. It's not it's not completely across it. It's just on the one side.
Well, buddy.
But it's just enough. But they made me an appointment to go back and if I needed them adjusted. And I think that's what I'm going to do is have them shaved a little bit off the top and then a little bit off the side of that other one. And then they'll be good. But I was praying I wouldn't have to go back and do that. But I think I will have to. Because I
want to get implants.
I don't want it to be hurting,
The way I've seen people do them, and they said it's worth it afterwards, but it's going through what you got to go through to get them.
Yeah.
That's very painful. But
Well,
they
see,
said after they heal and stuff, you know.
part of my problem is that I
I,
had worn uppers and lowers, and then when I broke my lower, I still wore my upper, but I didn't have the bottom. But then it's like I got used to it. I had to wait so long that I almost got used to not having the bottom. So now when I put the bottom in there,
it
it's like
aggravates.
rubbing it, making
Yeah.
me aware, But I can definitely eat things better. But I don't want to have to be like, I just put them in and eat and then take them out. I want to be able to wear them all the time and not have it hurt me.
Now, whoever made mine 30 years ago, I never did have to get them aligned or nothing. But I've got to go get a new set because these are wore down to the pink. The bottom
Mhm.
ones are my plate.
Yeah.
And I said, I got to go get me a new set. I just started going to the dentist. I don't like dentists.
I don't either.
What,
But
baby?
at least I don't have any more to be pulled or anything,
Oh, I
like
got
that.
7 that needs pulled.
Mm.
And I said, that's the only reason I don't want to go is because I got to get them 7 pulled and then I got to get a new set of dentures.
Hmm.
Well, he got
That's how it was because I had had my top pulled out, had my top plate made. Then I was supposed to go back and do my bottom, get my bottom pulled and have my bottom plate made. And the guy hurt me so bad that I was like, I'm not going back to him. And
Yeah.
it was a while before I found a different dentist and ended up going back. And then I had the bottom done. And then I got the bottom plate. Well, then I got a whole set to match that time.
Yeah.
And those are the ones I'd had for like 10 years until I got these, which, according to my dentist and the insurance company, you're allowed to get new teeth like every 5 years.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I should have went last year, but it started, at least got them pulled, but I didn't. I chickened out.
And I don't know why my insurance only gives me $2,000 a year. And they're like $1,500 a piece. So it's like you need more than 2,000 in 1 year, So that's why I had to do one at the end of last year and then one at the beginning of this year so that it would give me a new set.
2,500 for that, and then I've got a 500 flex card that I can use on them. So mine should cover most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I don't know how much they are around here anymore. It's like outrageous.
Oh, and then you have to have the X-ray done.
Yeah.
And that was like $160 something, I think.
What about
and they charge you an exam fee to look at you before they start doing the impressions and all that. So
they get
but
you
I'm
one
glad
way coming in and going.
over. Yeah. I'm glad all I have to do is go get them shaved down a little bit and I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
I was hoping a few days I would get used to it, but I can't get used to it hurting like that. So
I had to go 6 months when I got mine pulled because these back here, my bones was out like this.
Ooh.
And they had to wait to see if they come back down or they was going to have to go in and shave them off. Thank God they come back in and I could get dentures, but it took me forever to get used to them. I thought I was going to, especially trying to sleep in them.
Yeah.
I'd choke to death. I had to pull them out. And I said, that's what I told my husband. I said, because he wants to go get some. And I said, the hardest part is learning how to sleep in them. I said,
well,
it's awful.
I've had good luck so far with these top ones staying in there,
Yeah.
I don't have much bone on the bottom and the front, and so that's why they made the back the way they did so that it can fit to my jaw in the back really good, but it's like too good. So
I've had mine. I was in my early 30s when I got mine. So I've had them close to 30 years. I got that disease. Mine's rotting from the inside out. My son's got them too. But he won't go get his pulled. He said he's waiting till they fall out. It's like,
well, they probably won't fall out easily. And, it'll probably still hurt.
It'll get painful before it's over with because believe me, I got the infection that it was so bad that I got real sick, couldn't figure out why. And it was because of my teeth. I had that infection and it went through my body. So I had to get mine pulled. I didn't really have, my teeth were pretty because I had braces and everything. You couldn't tell nothing's wrong with them. And, but it was just the infection got in there and about destroyed me.
Hey, kitty, kitty.
Marlon,
Oh. It goes the black cat.
Running back and forth.
because you're gonna clean house. We're cleaning house tomorrow.
You're like, Daddy's home. What's he gonna eat?
What?
Nothing.
Addict's home.
I said the cats want to eat because you're home.
See, do you want some?
What is it?
Center choice.
It's Center Choice Purina.
Tender.
Oh.
Tender, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to find. We're having to buy a bag about this big. You know, you can't find the big bags no more. We have, I mean, I've been every store around here and nobody has them. And they've got, all the stores has got the very expensive cat food, you know, like Rachel Ray and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
they don't have like the name brand. They can't get it in. They're having trouble getting it shipped here. And it's like, just like Eli's medicine, we can't even get it now. She had to put him on something else because there's a shortage of it.
Yeah. The last time I had to get my Trulicity, which is the shot I do once a week,
Yeah.
I had to wait because they couldn't get it.
You know,
And they said it was because a lot of people are taking it for weight loss. And I said, well, that's fine and good, but let the people who are diabetic that need it, let us get our prescription first. You know, if you're gonna have a shortage, don't take it away from us.
Yeah. What do you want? You want to say hi to Echo? She can't see you though. I haven't got my phone. I'm on my computer. I can't bring you down there where you can see. She can see you. Say hi, Echo.
Hi, Buster.
Talk to her. She's like,
Buster.
I'm bashful now. He puts his head down like I'm bashful.
Yeah, there you go.
There he went.
Buster. What are you doing, Buster? He's got the weirdest sounding growl.
Buster, talk to me. Talk to me.
Doesn't it sound like a demon or something? The first time I heard it, I was like, because he was like right there, and she's talking along, and all of a sudden I keep hearing that noise, and I'm like, Norma, what is that? And she's like, oh, that's just a dog. And I'm like, it sounds like a demon or something under your table.
He loves to talk to you, I tell you.
Yeah, but oh, it's funny.
And he's so black that you can't hardly see him.
Yeah,
His eyes are black.
yeah.
He has.
I'm saying I wouldn't want to like run into him in the middle of the night somewhere.
No, because he's out here in the yard, and I try to watch him on my cameras at night. But if you see like a streak go by, but you can't see him on the you can't even see him on the cameras.
Yeah, he blends in too good because he's so dark.
Nobody walks in our yard at night, believe me.
And his head is huge.
Yeah.
He has a huge head.
What the? He's getting gray around here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
How old is he now?
7.
See, and they say for large breed dogs, like 6 or 7 is like makes him a senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to get him some of that Clozatine because he's starting to have trouble with his legs real bad. They shake real bad, and then they'll go out from under him. That he's getting the bones or say I'm getting arthritis. The big dogs get arthritis real easy.
Yeah, and had a lot of back problems too, especially if they were jumping, kind of like we had a German Shepherd, and he would climb a fence and jump over. We had electric fence, we had a chain link fence, but then we had electric fence over top of it, and he would climb the fence and then jump over the electric fence part
Wow.
and just like boom down to the ground on the other side.
He's good. He don't try to go out of the fence or jump over it, or he don't even jump.
Well, ours was good too until I let him breed, and then he was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, okay.
So then every time there was a female in heat, he was ready to leave the yard and go and find him a friend.
So Buster's never breeded before.
Yep. Well, he hadn't either, but a friend of mine had a female, and she was like, "Oh, let's let him have puppies," and so we did. And after that, he was like, "I'm a stud. I got to go," And he jumped the fence a lot.
What, buddy? Are you not happy? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong?
But I like little dogs, but I like big dogs too.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have to tackle him down because I couldn't do it no more. I've done it before. Keep him off of one of. Hey, you back talk me. You'll get in trouble.
I don't like big dogs. If they're taller than me, they don't come in the house.
Well, I think I like ones that I've raised from a puppy. I feel like, you know them better that way than I wouldn't like just, to get a big dog, but
Right.
I don't know.
Well, the one next door is taller than me. When he stands up on the fence, it's like,
Oh, I know, but he's a Great Dane. He's huge.
But he's gentle. He's the big old baby.
Yeah, most Great Danes aren't vicious. They're just clumsy because they're, so big.
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry, buddy? Is that what you want? Are you telling me you're hungry?
Yeah, he is.
Usually he sits here and whines at me, but he ain't whining
He's
at
wagging his tail like,
Yeah.
that's it. Food.
Yeah.
I want food.
But then he'll lay here and won't eat it forever. And if the cat goes by, it growls at him, and it's like, they're nowhere near your food. They just walk by you. It's like, and then we got a little black cat, and that's mostly one he growls at because
Here,
it's
baby.
like
Come on.
Cole will tease him.
Ah.
Like, I'm going to walk by. I don't care if you like it or not. Get back. Got to back up.
That's bad, though.
There you go. I said, I get tickled at him because Cole does it, I think, on meanness.
Chloe doesn't like cats at all.
Oh, she don't?
Mm-mm.
Well, he watches his, buddy. He don't let nobody mistreat his cat. He knows whose his cat is. You let another cat come in this yard, I think he'd probably kill it.
Mm.
But he knows his, and if they ours go out the yard, he'll sit there and watch them, like, get back in this yard. But Cole will go out the yard and get on the sidewalk, just roll, and then he comes back in the yard. Yeah.
Well, Allison's cat doesn't like other cats.
Yeah.
She got a kitten, and that cat wouldn't have. I mean, she bothered that kitten. She didn't want that kitten there.
Well,
And Allison had to. She only had her about 3 days, and she had to find her another home because her cat wouldn't have it.
I guess it's spoiled then.
Her cat's very spoiled.
Now, I wouldn't bring another one in here or bring another dog in as long as we got Buster. Because
Yeah.
get along with other dogs that's in his yard. He gets along with them as long as they're outside the yard.
Well, my daughter wants to get a dog to grow up with the baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got enough going on. You don't need a puppy
Yeah.
in the mix,
That's like Dylan.
I
He
said
works
she
all the
can
time, or-
get to know Chloe well enough to be okay around dogs. She doesn't have to have her own dog right now.
Dylan wants him one.
Yeah.
He wants a big dog, but like I told him, I said, you're in school all day and then you work. Don't get one.
And see,
right
she
now.
had when she was in college, she had a border collie.
Oh, did she?
But those dogs have got to be exercised.
Yeah.
You cannot get away with not exercising them. And
That's what I told him. I said, you wouldn't have time to, and you don't want to keep it in a cage 24/7.
well, and my daughter has a little, they live in a duplex and they have a little fenced in backyard,
Yeah.
but it wasn't big enough. And the dog would just run circles in it. And then she started digging holes along the fence out of boredom, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's what
But she could
COVID
take her,
does.
she could take her to the dog park, and that dog would run for an hour, hour and a half, nonstop. Just, you
I
know.
know Nathaniel with COVID next door, they have a time with him. He wants to dig all the time. And he gets up right up against our fence line. We had to put boards until we get some more dirt to fill it back in because he stuck all the dirt out on their side and it's rolling, pulling
Yeah.
the dirt from
Hello,
our.
Karen. How are you?
Hi, Karen.
Yeah. And I think she found the dog a home on a farm, which was a good idea, have a place to run and everything. But I
Wow.
think she's still got huge holes in her backyard. she's probably gonna need a truckload of dirt before she
Dirt
gets out of
to
there.
fill 'em in.
I don't know.
Some dogs dig and some don't. Just like
Mhm.
Buster, he don't tear
Well,
up.
and like Chloe she doesn't strike me as being a digger, but if she was outside in a fence and wanted out of there, I don't doubt she would dig,
Oh,
you know. So, Karen, you want to come up? You want us to drop a link?
I'm going to step out and go get dinner started.
Okay.
and nice
Yeah.
talking.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I'll be in. I can hear y'all from the other room, but I just can't stay on camera.
Okay.
Hey,
Mhm.
he's eating.
Oh,
That's what he
Karen
wants.
said not right now. Okay.
That's what
All
he
right.
wants to eat. Stinker. He's a sport baby. I think everybody, you got an animal and you love it, you're going to spoil it, just like a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I think we spoil our animals worse than we do our kids.
Well, it's hard not to,
Yeah.
you know. And
Every
I mean,
one of our cats are spoiled.
I would have more money, you know, if I didn't have to buy everything I buy for Chloe and all, but she is like a member of the family. So you know,
They're worth it. They're worth it.
but that vet kind of made me mad because he was almost like, well, you have to get this medicine. And I was like, I didn't say I wasn't going to get the medicine.
Yeah.
Just you know, I'm curious about what happened to my dog.
Nice.
So,
Our little vet, she's so skinny. I don't know how she deals with big dogs. She ain't big as a. She's tall, but she's like Eli, a little bony thing, but she's real tall. She's what is she, Dennis? Korean? What's her vet, Dennis? Is she Korean, Vietnamese, or something? Our vet, this Dr. Fish. I think she's Vietnamese, but she's real sweet. Yeah, but she ain't big as a minute. I'm like, how do you handle these big old dogs? And it's like,
Her waist probably ain't 8 inches.
yeah, 8 inches. This her waist probably ain't 8
Tiny little
inches.
thing.
Little tiny thing. And
oh,
when she was pregnant, you wouldn't have knew she's pregnant till the very end. Till she start at the very end, she would pop out when she's pregnant with the boys. We didn't even know she's pregnant, and then all of a sudden you go in there, she's got a big belly. It's like, what happened overnight? You know?
yeah. I think skinny people always look funny when they're
Yeah.
pregnant. It's like, did you swallow a watermelon?
Yeah, our one vet that was there, she retired. She'd been there because we've been with this vet probably 30 years, and she was our vet. And we loved her to death. My little Chihuahua, we go in there and anybody else tries to see her, she tried to eat them up. She had to have Dr. Marion. Nobody else could see her, but we had to make sure Dr. Marion seen her because she tried to eat anybody else up. She's gonna let nobody else touch it.
Mm.
What? Anna, you don't holler at me. You can go check on him, but you ain't staying up there. I don't want you sick. Just go up there and see him and make sure he's all right. Ask him if the fever feel it. Here, go check his temperature for me. Let's see if this fever went down. See if he needs any more water. Trying to keep water down him.
Yeah,
Eat. I don't want him hydrating.
that's right. He will get
He's
dehydrated.
learned when he's sick he has to drink. Cause he went one time and we couldn't get him to eat, drink or nothing. And the doctor told him, said you need to start drinking or I'm putting you in the hospital. I'm putting a needle in you. And he
Ooh.
started drinking, so because he was getting so dehydrated.
Yeah.
And
Nobody
when
wants that.
he goes down. The child does, and he has no color. His eyes he's got real bad allergies too, but his eyes get real dark. Looks like somebody beat him up.
Mm.
I said, little thing, he ain't big as nothing anyway.
No, he's not.
I said, I always worry about him, but the doctor said he's normal range. So everybody's like, ain't he too skinny? And I'm like, nope. They said that he ain't. So
Well, my granddaughter had her 18-month checkup, and she grew from her 15 months to 18 months, that 3-month period. She grew 1.5 inches in length. She didn't gain, they said she didn't gain any weight, but it was right at 20 pounds, and now it was like
what?
20.9 or something. So it was almost a pound, like almost 20.5 pounds.
Yeah.
But they still put down that she weighed 20 pounds. So it looked like she hadn't gained any weight.
Don't put it right up on him.
Hey, Past Master, how are you?
Take like 2 inches away from his head. Yeah, something like that. Natalie, don't take yours. If you play with it, it won't. Okay, now let it go off. Put like 2 inches away from his head. We got one of them that you just hold up, and she goes. It come back down here, and she said it said hi. What'd you do wrong?
Didn't tell you a number, huh? Just said
Yeah.
hi. But anyway, so they were like, well, she didn't gain any weight. And I'm like, well, she almost gained 0.5 pound. But, especially kids that are active, I mean,
Yeah.
some days you can't fill her up. And then other days she don't want to eat. And we don't force her to
That's
eat.
Eli.
So if she doesn't want it, she doesn't get it. She doesn't have to have it. But the doctor said she was perfectly normal. So
95.
Let me see. I gave him something to take the temperature down.
It said 95 on it.
95. It should have said more than that.
No, it said
It didn't
95.
take it that much down. 95.7. That ain't right. What have you done? Messed it up?
No.
Leave it alone.
I guess it's 95.
She's playing with it the other day. I don't trust her. She tears up everything. That thing costed too much money for you to play with.
Can you make baby talks now?
Past Master, Miss Norma has a ghost in her house. He likes paranormal and ghost stuff.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not done nothing for a while, so she likes to play little tricks, turn the TV off and on if you got a TV on in it. But she only stays in that front bedroom, so Eli says she likes to play tricks on him all the time. She moves stuff on him. And I'm like, she's just playing with you. She's a young girl. She figures she's got somebody to play with.
It's weird, though, why she didn't pass over, why she stayed in the house.
Yeah.
Unless she's looking for her family, or
Well,
something.
in the picture, she had like a little dog, like a Yorkie, in her arms. So, I don't know. But they said she died of pneumonia. Natalie?
What?
Push.
I was gonna ask if I could have some popcorn.
No,
Please?
you ain't getting no popcorn. I'll fix dinner here in a little bit. Child wants junk all the time.
Yeah, when she took a picture of her house from the outside, you could see, when they developed the picture, you can see the little girl standing
Oh.
up in the window.
Yeah, she's standing in our front window upstairs. And she has done stuff. I mean, she used to scare my ex-daughter-in-law to death. She only picked at her, though. She didn't pick nobody else. I don't think she liked her. She wanted to argue all the time with my son, and they get up in that room and argue, and I think...
I don't know if she still has the picture or knows where it is. He said, "Wow, could you send it to me?"
I'll have to hunt it up. I've got it, because we've lived here 22 years, so
Yeah.
it's somewhere here. It's probably in my pictures. I just got to find it, because I showed it to the kids one time.
Mm-hmm.
Are you done eating, buddy? Huh?
Yeah, I like paranormal stuff. My aunt believed in all that kind of stuff, and she used to call them poltergeist,
Nice.
and it'd be like she couldn't find her car keys. She'd look there, everywhere. She couldn't find her car keys. And then all of a sudden her car keys would fall from the ceiling, just like boom, there's your car keys.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that, and she'd be like, "Oh, that was a poltergeist. They were playing a game or whatever."
Then
With
the
the key.
sister, house she used to live in years ago, she said she wake up in the middle of the night and there'd be an older lady standing at the end of her bed all the time. Said she never did anything, she just wake up and she'd be standing at the end of the bed. I said, well,
Wake up and I'll be
yeah,
out.
my mom would stay here. She's like, I tried to get her when my dad passed away and she got to where she wasn't very good. I tried to get her to come here, live with us. She said, I ain't living in the house, not with no ghosts. No, come here. She's like, nope. I said, Mom, she's upstairs. She said, I don't care where she's at. I am not coming to that house.
Well, I always thought if anybody would try to come through to me, it would be my aunt.
Yeah.
Like if there was a way for her to come through to me or something, she would. But she was just that kind of person.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes I'll think about her just out of the blue. I'll just be like, oh, and I'll have a thought about it. And sometimes I wonder if that's not, her spirit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I told Natalie she needs to live in that room so she could scare her a few times. Eli ain't scared of her. That's good. He ain't scared of her. He says she does stuff all the time, moves stuff around, He ain't got a TV in there, so. But when Dylan was in there, younger, he had a TV, and she'd always change channels on him. He'd holler, Mama, she's doing it again. I said, what's she doing now? She's changing my channels. And I was like, oh, just
She
tell her
lives
you
in
know.
Ohio.
Yeah.
She lives near Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He said he has trips planned for upper Midwest and southern U.S. Maybe I'll swing by and do a few tests. Be interesting.
Yeah, I live in Ohio.
Are you going to go to Savannah? There's a lot of ghost stuff in Savannah, Georgia.
Have you ever heard of the Golden Lamb in Lebanon, Ohio?
No. You asking him? Oh.
Yeah. They got one in there. What's her name, Dennis, at the Golden Lamb?
Huh?
What's the ghost's name at Golden Lamb?
Well, Sarah.
Sarah. Her name's Sarah.
Oh, yeah, she's there. I used
She's
to
there.
work there.
Dennis used to work there.
I
And
used to work there. She do stuff.
he got his sister to work there and didn't tell her nothing about her.
Oh,
And
stuff to
she
decide. Well,
she
does.
do stuff to Beverly all the time. Beverly take off running, and she said, "I don't want to work here." She does stuff to me.
It was built in the 1700s.
Yeah,
He says, "Oh yeah, I've read a lot about Sarah."
Sarah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but a
Sarah
lot
is,
of
she
lot
was
of
there.
movie
See, that,
stars stayed
that's
there.
the
and
oldest.
stuff.
That
Yeah,
used to be a trading post.
post.
And presidents, Mark Twain stayed there.
There.
I don't know how many
Yeah,
famous people, writers, and
Right.
different ones. See, that's the oldest in the world.
Yeah,
The world. It's still there existing. So,
and they still use it as a motel and a
hotel and
restaurant.
stuff. President, one, who was it? A president stayed there.
Yeah,
And we're talking probably 17, 1800s.
yeah.
One of them was there. Tapp,
Yeah.
I think, was one of them.
Yeah,
Wow.
a lot of movie stars stay there when they come in and make movies and
When they
stuff.
was making that movie here, with what's his name? Darn it!
Fun.
No, First Blood.
Yeah.
What's his name? God darn it! I know his name, but he
Stallone.
stayed there.
Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone was coming there. He stayed there and ate, and the guy that played as his commanding officer stayed there and ate.
Yeah.
They
We
still
have-
rent it.
We have Ron Howard come here to our town,
Yeah,
downtown, and makes movies all the time.
Ronnie Howard of
Ronnie
used to
Howard.
be on Andy Griffith's
Griffith.
show.
Oh, okay.
He
Wow.
comes here
He
in
comes here,
Middletown.
makes movies all the time.
We sold that swing set to him.
Yeah,
that
we
movie.
sold a swing set to him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
the prop over here off of Harrison.
It's a writer. He's
The one that you got as your governor or senator now
Now.
in there. Vance.
Vance.
Vance from here
The
in
Vance,
Middletown. He
he's
sure
from our
is.
town.
He's from
And
Middletown.
he grew up here, and they done a movie about him.
We know
and,
him. He used to go to
it's
that store over
It's
there.
just
Dillman's.
probably about 3 blocks away from us where he used to
He used to go
live.
to Dillman's all the
And,
time. Vance did.
They come and bought we put the kids' swing set on there, Facebook, and
They
she
come
called
and
and
bought
wanted to buy it. And then when she comes, she was telling us she was doing a movie for Ron Howard, the Vance movie. And I was like, well, so Natalie and Eli, they never did get the swing set. They wanted to watch the movie so they could see the swing set, but they get up and down and stuff. And I said, you ain't gonna catch the swing set if you get up and down. Yeah, well, it's not a very exciting movie, so I'm like, okay, but something to keep your entrance. So
Yeah, that does sound like a good place to come do some paranormal stuff in.
there's they used to be a motel down here, but is our motel still down there? Did they tear it down finally? Huh?
Huh?
Did they tear that one motel downtown down?
No, not yet.
They're it would cost too much to fix up, and it's falling apart. They used to be a lot of ghosts in it, but they're talking about tearing it down because they said it would cost too much. And all the druggies and homeless have moved in and drawn all over the walls, and they just destroyed it. But it used to be a real nice motel down there, downtown. I live in Middletown. I don't know if you've ever heard of Middletown, but there used to be a real nice motel down there, but they're talking about tearing it down. I said, I hate to see it tear it down because that's the oldest motel here in this town. And it's downtown, and it'd been nice if they could have fixed it back up. But
Yeah.
they've been tearing down a lot of stuff here, so it don't surprise me. They've tore down factories that you go by one day and it's there. The next day you go by and there's this big empty lot, and it's like, what happened to it? Like everything's gone. Like
Listen, stop being a smart.
they've tore I don't know how many houses down around here, and we ride around because I usually just turn around and go back down our road. But over there where their aunt lives, I was taking them over there one day, and they great big old empty lot, and I'm like, I couldn't even remember what was there. I said, it's been so long since I've been down that road. I was like,
Well, what they do around here is a business will move out of a building, and instead of somebody else moving in that building, they'll build a new building right next door to it.
yeah, or tear that one down and build a new one. I'm
It's
like,
like,
that makes no sense. They've tore down, I don't know how many. Well, I think they tore every McDonald down here and rebuilt it. Yeah, tore every one of them down and rebuilt it. Because we got two McDonald's. We got two McDonald's, don't we? Yeah, we got three, and they tore every one of them down and rebuilt them. I was like, I don't know.
it is crazy though how they do.
It's like you think it'd be better to redo them than tear them down and rebuild them because it costs more.
Yeah. Well, and it's not good to have a bunch of empty buildings, like you said. The druggies will go in there and
Yeah,
squat or whatever they call it, and
I don't need to go downtown no more. I'm scared to, especially to walk around. I'll drive through it, but I won't walk down there. It used to be you could walk down there and enjoy it, but it's just a bunch of more or less empty buildings now.
yeah,
There's a few businesses down there, but we'll go down there when, like, we have the parades and stuff, and walk around a little bit. But I wouldn't do it just every day.
yeah,
I wouldn't even walk my neighborhood by myself around here. It's like I live too close to town. That's the problem. I
yeah.
got all the homeless and the drunks and the druggies, and we've seen them overdosed in our back alley, and it's like awful. We haven't seen that for a couple years, so I'm glad. Because I was looking out the window one day, and there's this boy on the bike, and he stopped at our next door neighbors, and just stopped in the back alley. He's like on the edge of their yard in the alley, and then I turned my head and turned back, and he fell over, and I thought, well, something, you know. I thought, well, he just fell off his bike. And when we kept watching him, and he didn't move or nothing. And so I called an ambulance, and then a lady was coming down the alley, and she called an ambulance. He was overdosed.
Oh,
Yeah. Then the people that owns the house next door, the people that lives in it, rented, they was going to evict him because that guy fell over in their yard. Because they was trying to say, and they weren't in home, they was on vacation. Didn't know anything about it. And they come back, they got eviction notice for druggie overdosing in their yard because it's a police report. I'm like, how can they do that? They can't.
and it
Yeah.
could have been anybody's yard that he fell over in.
But
I
like
mean,
they went out there and pushed him over in their yard. They weren't in home. So, he told him, he said, I wasn't even know, I don't even know what you're talking about. He didn't have no idea why he was getting evicted. And he called him, and we told him, we said, if you need a witness, we'll tell him, you weren't in home when this happened. And it wasn't like somebody pushed him over in your yard. He just fell over in your yard because he was on the edge of the alley.
yeah,
And it's like, that's ridiculous. These people around here are crazy. I said, it's the stuff, the ones that they need to evict, they won't. And the ones that are good neighbors, they want to evict them. But we got two good neighbors. I said, if they ever move, I'll be crying because we got real good neighbors on both sides of us. So they don't bother us.
Well,
We say hi to them.
the 4 apartments on this first floor of the building I'm in are all original people that we all moved in here when they, finished building it.
Yeah.
But the other apartments, people have come and gone or whatever. But it's like the 4 of us are still original.
There, that's good. Yeah, I said, there's a couple that lives there, and then there's a guy that lives on the other side of us. But he works all the time, and then he comes out you know, we talk to them, say hi, talk, standing down, talk to them for a little bit, but uh, we got real good neighbors.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I'd hate to see one neighbor move because Buster would be lonely if COVID leaves.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody pretty much, I mean, we have all the way from, young couples and people with kids to older people, middle-aged people to older people living in these apartments. It's all, ages. But luckily, my building is pretty much, I mean, we have some younger people that live up in the second or third floor, but everybody on this first floor are pretty much around the same age, and we're all pretty quiet, you know,
Now
don't
next
have a lot
door,
of company or
uh,
anything like
next
that.
door to Jesse, he lives next door to us, and then there's a house on the other side of him. There's a bunch of young boys that live in there, but we never hear them, or they don't bother nobody. Uh,
Yeah, that's good.
they're about Dylan's age. About
Yeah.
They're not very old. There's, I think, like four of them that rent that house together, but they don't bother us. They don't bother nobody. Even in the summer, they're real quiet. They don't no parties or nothing.
Passmaster says, I've never ran into squatters yet, but I'm prepared for
Oh,
it if I
oh,
do.
it's
What
all
would you do? I
yeah.
mean,
It's
you
all
don't, I mean, they don't have no business being there, but neither do you.
yeah.
If you're just ghost hunting.
Usually, what they do around here, they'll find an empty house and break into the garage and stay at night.
Hmm.
Or you could tell them, they call them the backpack bandits around here.
Hmm.
If they got a backpack on their back, other than the school kids we see,
Yeah.
but running up and down the alley on a little tiny bike, usually they call the backpacks. And you got to watch them because they break in places and everything else. They're like scoping out the neighborhood for break-ins.
Well, that's like when I was out there cleaning out my Jeep before I sold it. Couple people, oh, what are you doing? You're getting rid of your car. And then when I got my new car out there, oh, you got your new car now, whatever. It's like they pretty much keep tabs on who's supposed to be around and who's not. And I feel perfectly safe here. And the police patrol come through the parking lot all the time because it's such a little town. There's nothing for the police to really do.
Cops won't come on this road unless they're called. They have to be called to come on our road and the road behind us. Well, on either side of us, each road. You don't see them around here. Yeah, they, yeah, somebody killed Dennis's nephew about 4 blocks away from us and found him dead over there. His brother's daughter's son. They found him dead in a house over. It's probably about 2 or 3 blocks away from us. And they've been looking for him, and somebody found him in that house. But you hear gunshots all the time around here.
Trouble said, I heard they wear the small backpacks because if they have to run from law enforcement, it's easy light to throw onto roofs or anywhere.
Yeah.
And Passmaster said more often than not, if our group is big enough, they bail before we even notice someone was there. Well, yeah, probably. They probably see you coming before you see them, and they take off.
But you have to put your trash out late at night, the night before it's due. If not, they go through it, throw it everywhere, and trash man won't pick it up. It ain't his job.
Yeah.
And then you got to go out there and clean it up. And, it ain't like they can get in it and be neat about it, pick the stuff back up. They just throw it out everywhere. And then here you got to go pick it back up and back it up again. I said, if they're going to go through it, at least put the stuff back in the bag, or back in the trash can.
Well, what really are they looking for that they're going to keep?
Well, like clothes and stuff. They looking for clothes. Because most of them ain't got no clothes. They're homeless.
Well, see, I think I'd put a note on my trash can. This is nothing but trash.
Yeah,
Then I put a box beside of it, free.
yeah.
Take what you want out of this box. Leave my
I
trash
know a few
alone.
times our neighbors put like bags of clothes out there and stuff, and we had to go out and help him pick it up. They had scattered them everywhere, and they were all over the alley that crossed the alley on our property. They just went through them and through them, and it's
Mhm.
like that's ridiculous. People ought to have more sense than that, but they don't.
They don't.
They just don't care. Like we got a couple of houses around here empty, and we watch, you know, to make sure they don't break in the garages and squat. The one house across the street before they bought Hit and redone Hit, there was a couple that you could see every morning come out of it, out of the garage. And I'm like, they just find a place to sleep, and they lived there. I guess they were staying in the garage for I don't know how long before they got caught. And the guy, he told him, he said, you know, you can't do that. You got to get away from here. The people that own it are usually real nice, you know. They'll tell them, you know, you got to leave. That's, you know, you can't stay here.
Pastmaster says that's where the risk is at night. During the day, no problem. Also, the police are usually cool about us exploring too. If we were a bunch of kids, though, they might not be. LOL.
Yeah.
Hey, Jenna, how are you?
And I'd say there's a lot of buildings that they're still standing around town here that probably got paranoid. And I'd say
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're old buildings. Our building's been around here since our house was built in 1889. So it's 100 some years old. But we
Wow.
got one that's been here 200 years. It's still standing.
Well, my daughter bought a mantle, a fireplace mantle,
Yeah.
you know, wooden fireplace mantle out of a house that was over, I think it was like 119 years old.
Yeah.
And she's still got it. I don't know what she was going to do with it. She was going to do something with it in her classroom or something, but she has it set up in her bedroom, and it has, you know, uses the shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's from like a 119-year-old house. Jenna says, I'm doing great. How are you, beautiful women? We are wonderful.
How tall do you
We're
think
just
that door
having
is?
a lazy Sunday afternoon. Just chit-chatting.
Sure.
We're talking about ghosts right now.
Right.
Ghosts and
8 foot.
paranormal stuff.
You think it's 8 foot? Our front door is 8 foot tall.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's got the stained glass and stuff in it.
yeah, that's
Two,
definitely the sign of a
Yeah.
like a almost Victorian
It
Yeah.
is.
frame. Yeah.
Built in 1890,
1889.
1889.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Ours
house
was the
built
second house built on
in
this
this area.
area.
Wow.
Got a
One-
historical home, actually. So
Yeah.
it's been a fight to keep it
We
going
got-
up. Believe me.
We probably got 10 foot, 11 foot
We
ceiling,
got 12-foot ceilings.
12 foot ceiling.
12.
I know I got a 9 foot tree,
And it's still
Christmas
got one.
tree, and then we still got plenty of room because I can put my angel in there and still got plenty of room.
Yeah.
And then upstairs is probably
10 and a half.
10, yeah,
10 and a
about
half,
10 foot.
something like that. I imagine.
Wow.
It costs a lot to heat this house, believe me.
Oh, God, please.
Yeah, our heat bill's been outrageous. We need insulation, I think.
Well, that's the thing with the older houses. They don't have it.
Yeah.
It's like they were, you know. I
Yeah.
lived in a house one time, and it was in a historical district. I don't know how old the house was, but all the outlets were along the baseboard because when the house was built, it didn't have electricity.
Yeah.
And so they went and put it in, but instead of going up, up the walls like they normally put outlets, they put them all at the baseboards
Yeah.
all
When we
around.
bought this house, each room had one outlet. And we rewired, we had them come in and rewire the whole house to, because it had that tuba knob in it. That stuff's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Natalie, I will fix you dinner here in a little bit. You're not. I told you to get you. Oh my gosh, she's gonna die. Oh my
She's
Lord.
gonna die.
She's gonna die. She's starved to death.
Well, we have been on for a little over 2 hours, so
She's crap. She's always hungry. My child is always. It's because she wants them
tater tots.
tater tots.
Yeah.
She can't wait till I make them. That's all she wants, tater tots. She don't want me to make nothing else, tater tots. I don't know about her. Only meat I can eat. She is eating hamburgers. I couldn't get her to eat a hamburger forever. She'll eat chicken nuggets, and she loves fish. But that's the only two meats I could get her to eat. Now, if you make chicken nuggets, she won't eat them. They have to be either bought at the store or bought at McDonald's. But give her any sweet, oh my God, she tears sweets up. Now, she'll eat pepperoni. She loves pepperoni.
Yeah.
But trying to get her to sit down and eat, like if I make Salisbury steak or pork chops or anything like that, she will not. She won't eat no vegetables. None.
Well, now see, my granddaughter, she eats Brussels sprouts, asparagus, green beans, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli.
Little, she loves vegetables.
She'll eat any kind of vegetable.
Yeah, when she's little, she loves vegetables. Can't get her to eat one now. A cucumber.
Yeah, sometimes with it depends on how the meat is cooked.
Yeah.
She's got 12 teeth, but she doesn't know exactly like how to grind up the meat and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of times she'll put it in her mouth and she'll be messing with it, but she's not chewing it up enough to swallow it, and then she'll spit it out.
Yeah.
But now if it's like ground hamburger meat or something like that, then that, breaks up enough that she can eat that. But like a piece of chicken, hey widow. It's a piece of chicken, you got to make, cut it really, really tiny so that she can, chew it up or whatever.
Yeah, I've made chicken strips. I've done that, but she will not eat it.
But she hasn't really refused any food that I've tried on her.
Natalie was that way when she was little, but you can't. She's so picky now. Eli now,
he'll eat a lemon.
Most everything. He loves pork chops. Well, that child loves pork chops. And let's see. Now I fixed Salisbury steak the other night because it had onions in it. He wouldn't eat it. He didn't like onions. Cannot eat the onions. I said, so next time I make it, I'm going to have to make it without onions, or he won't eat. But I don't have a bit of trouble with him eating anything. And there's days that child I eat, and there's other days he won't hardly eat at all.
Yeah.
I said, I guess he's got so much energy, he has to burn it off.
Yeah, well, they say when a kid is going through a growth spurt,
yeah,
I mean, their body knows what it needs when it needs it, and it's us that make them eat 3 meals a day and clean their plate or whatever that ends up causing a lot of the obesity.
Natalie grew 4 inches in 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought she looked like she was taller.
Yeah, she's as tall as Eli now.
Yeah.
And the doctor said Eli's getting ready to go through one. He just keeps getting taller. She keeps getting taller and wider. Eli keeps getting taller.
Poor Natalie.
Yeah. And she said, I ought to be skinny because I dance all the time. And I said, it's because the rest of the time you lay around, you don't do nothing. You just lay around, watch TV.
That's true.
Yeah,
To
he
be
tries to get her to go out
consistent.
and play outside, and she's like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside. I'm like, Natalie, go play basketball or something with your brother. I don't want to. You gotta
Let's
move.
see what the temperature is supposed to be tomorrow, because I'm going swimming tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, are you?
After I drop the baby off tomorrow afternoon,
Right.
I'm going because I have my car now. I can drop the baby off. I can go to the Y.
I wish our wife took our insurance.
It says 66 and partly sunny.
Oh,
That's
wow.
that's good. And then the rest of the week is going to be 72, 73, 79. Yeah, I'm definitely going back. They may still even have the cover over it because they had a big dome cover over top of it, and then they were heating the water in the pool.
Oh, wow.
But again, having the car difficulties and everything, I stopped going
Yeah.
to make it more convenient,
Probably gonna be
sharing a car.
55 here tomorrow.
But
That's
now that I
so
got my
nice.
little car,
Yeah.
I will
What
scoot
kind of
right
car
on
did you
in there.
get?
It's a Toyota Scion, and it's kind of boxy. Like it's got 4 doors, but it from the outside it looks like a little miniature car. But when you get inside of it, I've got plenty of headroom and plenty of leg room and everything, and it's got 4 doors, and it's got like a hatchback that opens in the back. So it's kind of like a real tiny little SUV. It's really cute though, I think.
Yeah.
But it's definitely smaller than my Jeep.
Jeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have trouble driving it because it's smaller?
No. Like on the inside, when you're in the inside of it, you don't feel like it's small. It's weird how it's like. And of course, my ex-husband said it's because, it's made overseas. It's Toyota. And they make cars differently. Like my speedometer and my clock and all that is up here on the dashboard or under the windshield up on the top. It's not like in front of the steering wheel, like on the dashboard, like in a normal car.
Wow.
And the gear shift is on the floor, but it's an automatic.
Yeah.
But it's like there's like nothing between the 2 seats, but the gear shift is down there and the emergency brake. It's weird though how it is. It's different. It's definitely different. But Trisha's dad has driven and had that kind of car for years, and he swears by him of being dependable and good gas mileage, and you just about can't kill it. It's, and so when I was needing to get a car, she was like, well, I'll see what my dad thinks, but this is the kind of car he liked. And I had never seen one of these cars before until I found out I was getting one, and then I see them all over the place now.
That's usually the way it happens.
Yeah. But it's definitely smaller, but I wanted something smaller because I didn't need all that room. And, the Jeep was this is much more a woman's kind of car, whereas the Jeep was like a man's car. It was big and bulky and,
I got to have a big and bulky car. I'm sorry. I can't drive a little car. I cannot do it.
Well, and because I'm tall, it's like it's just like you're at the right height, like to sit on the seat, and even getting out of the car, it's like it's low to the ground, but it's like you just swing your legs out, put your feet on the ground, and stand up. It's weird because at first I was like, I don't want one where I feel like I'm riding, low on the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the inside and the outside it doesn't add up in your mind. You're like, no, that's going to be too small for me. But it's very roomy on the inside, and plenty of room in the back seat. It's got the little extras like seat in the middle of the two. There's like a bench seat in the back seat, but there's one regular size seat, then a little seat, and then a bigger seat.
Oh.
And you can lay the seats down, like if you're carrying something back there. But I put my granddaughter right behind the driver's side, and she's still rear facing.
Yeah.
And that's the smaller seat. So then if I need to carry something, I can still put the bigger one down. So like when I took Chloe to the vet, that's what I did. I put that bigger seat down and put her kennel right there and was able to carry her, like that. So
Yeah, I got a Ford Edge.
yeah, it's really nice, and they paid for it, so I can't complain. Between my daughter and my ex and his wife, they're paying for it. So, and it's newer than the car I had, and it's definitely better on gas.
It's got a truck and then a Buick Renaissance. Is that what you call it? I used to call her. Well, now I can't even think what I used to call it. Rendezvous. I used to call it a rendezvous, and it's a Zont. Well, shoot. Forget it. I can't talk. I done went crazy here. Can't remember what I was trying to say. Lord have mercy. That's what you get for getting old, I guess. My brain comes and goes. I said some days I feel like I'm 100 years old. I'll tell you.
Oh, Pastmaster says he has a friend in Cincinnati. So he'll mark us down, and if he comes through, he'll get in touch.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to go ghost hunting.
No,
I don't know what I'd do if I saw one.
I wouldn't either. I've never seen her. I've seen her do stuff, but other than the picture, that's the only thing I've seen.
Mm-hmm. That's weird enough, though, to freak you out.
I know it was back probably when the house was built, because the way they wear their hair, she's got her hair like up like this and then a bun right here. And then, how they wear like on
like Little House on the
prairie stuff.
Yeah.
You know how they wore them back then.
Hey, Amy.
So I know it was back in the early. Yeah, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. Yep.
Amy's a nut, so
Yeah.
she would know.
That's me trying to talk. I get tongue-tied all the time. It's like, Mom said I had my own language when I was growing up. She said, you've got your own kind of language. I don't know what it is, but because I used to say things backwards and all kinds of things. That's I'll tell you.
What you doing today, Amy? I heard earlier you said, I'm going to go out in the sun, get some sun. I think everybody's got that cabin fever feeling like we're done with winter. We're ready for spring to be here.
I should have went out today instead of taking a nap and forgetting about my live.
Well, I got floor mats. So when I got home, I had to put the floor mats in the car. And then I had put the car seat and I have like a seat protector that goes under the car seat. Yeah. I'd already put that in there and put the car seat in there, but I forgot my little window shades for on the back windows. So I got those and put those in there. So my car's almost back to how I like my car. Almost.
Mine's got tinted windows on the side, so I'm glad of that. Because I tell you, some days the sun's bright, so bright you can't see it.
Oh, I know.
And driving towards it, because I've had to go pick the kids up and I had to drive towards it. I tell you what, it's hard to see sometimes. It's so bright. And I said, even though half of my window, the windshield is tinted, it's still, and my glasses are tinted.
Yeah.
Hard to
still. But isn't it always like the sun is shining in between the visors or over to the side of the car? You're like, the visor doesn't do you any good.
Yeah, it's like, why are they even there?
Amy said, yeah, I didn't do that because I opened doors and windows and started spring cleaning like somebody who's fixing to give birth. You're nesting. Okay, you're nesting,
We
cleaning
gotta
and
start
nesting.
spring cleaning. We were talking about that. We're gonna start. I said, Lord, I gotta declutter and spring clean. 'Cause we've got too much crap.
Oh, I have been saying it for 2 months now. I have got to clean out my walk-in closet. I have got so much stuff in there you can't even get in there to get to the clothes. And
Yeah.
I started I have like shelving that goes around the closet, and I had all my clothes hanging back here, but I've got so much in the way that I can't get to those. So
Too.
now when I do laundry, I hang the clothes up on the one closest to the door. So it's like I can get into these clothes, but I can't get to those clothes back there. I've got to do something.
I gotta go through my clothes. I've got clothes I haven't wore probably, God knows. And I said I need to get rid of them. I got drawers full of clothes. I can't even get the clothes I wear in my drawers. So I need to go through my drawers, get rid of all them because
Well,
they've been in there so long.
my daughter said she saw somewhere that you like turn all your hangers the wrong way in the closet, and then when you wear the item and you put it back in the closet, you turn it the right way, and then you can look back over like a 3-month period and see what you actually wear and what you don't, and then
Yeah.
you'll know what to get rid of.
That's a good idea.
But I tend to get favorite things, and it'll be like you just go for those
Yeah.
same.
Same clothes all the time.
Mhm.
Like, people's gonna think I only got one outfit.
Well, the only time I really go, like wear a lot of different stuff is like if I go on vacation, I'll
Yeah.
pack so many different outfits.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home, it's like I can wear the same pair of jeans and just put a different shirt 2
Yeah.
or 3 days during the week, and I'm, good. But
I like my jogging pants. That's my problem. It's
and I liked it when I worked and we had to wear a uniform. You could wear either black or khaki pants or skirt, and then you could wear white, blue, or khaki tops.
yeah.
So it was like I would only buy stuff in those colors because I wanted to be able to wear it to work as well as,
Wear it every day.
yeah. And then they went, after I retired, then they went to letting them wear whatever they wanted to wear. I'm
that's
like,
good.
yeah, of course.
Natalie, go
I
check
had to
on
buy
your life, please. Ruth Ann,
Buy the
go
uniforms.
check on your brother, please. Let's see if he's all right.
I got some on the cat, so I already went.
He sleep this off, maybe. He hasn't got sick for a while, so maybe it's just a 24-hour virus. I hope. Oh, that'd be
Oh,
nice.
cool. How old is your son?
Yeah.
Said he's taking them to Florida for vacation. We're doing the entire Disney experience. He's never been.
Yeah, my grandson's going during spring break to Disney.
Shoot, when we took my daughter, she was like 5. And you either go on the monorail or you go on the boat to get, in there.
Yeah.
She didn't want to do either one. So we ended up going on the boat. Coming back on the boat, she was like the little tour guide. She was telling everybody all about everything, I was like, yeah, his son is 5. Yeah, he'll love it.
Oh, yeah.
5 is a good age for going to Disney.
Is he okay? Hello?
He's alright.
Is he still cool? He don't feel hot? You really do good.
You're not a good.
She goes, oh,
You're not a good nurse.
she's still alive. That's all that matters.
I mean, I shook him, so I guess he's alright.
You shook him?
Yeah.
Did he say anything? Huh? Did he say anything?
He said, yeah, he's alright.
Okay. He said, yeah, he's all right now. Well, you're a good nurse, I'll tell you. You just make a good nurse. It's like, I guess he's all right. Lord have mercy. I don't want you taking care of me if I get sick.
Yep, it's getting
Just
dark
take me and say,
outside.
oh, he's all right. She's all right. It's
That's
alive.
true. It is getting
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, it's getting dark here. It gets dark fast.
And
Here.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh my gosh. Hungry. There's food in there. Why are you not finding you something to snack
Also, I
on?
can cook now.
No, you cannot cook. I don't want my house burned down.
Exactly.
Wake us up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to cook eggs about to burn the house down. Like, nope, you can't cook.
Mm-mm-mm.
I said, why are you up at 3 o'clock in the morning cooking eggs? I got hungry.
Well, you wake somebody up then. You don't,
No,
or you eat something that you don't need
Find
to
something
cook.
that don't have to be
I'm
cooked.
hungry. I'm not gonna have it.
Exactly.
Eli, I let him cook because he knows how. But
Yeah.
she won't stay around. She'll put something on and then just leave it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that.
I'm Bobby.
You cannot do.
I guess my daughter thinks I'm going senile because every time if she comes over and I'm cooking something, she'll be like, did you put a timer? Do you have a timer on? Like, are you going to forget that it's cooking? It's like, no, but I am a grown up. I can walk away for a moment,
Yeah.
you know. And,
But Natalie just forgets about it. It's like,
I do not.
yeah, you do.
Every now and then.
You do not. It's a microwave timer. You put it in the microwave, it's got a timer on it. Yeah, but I'm talking about.
I think my daughter thinks she's the mother, like she's the adult now,
Turn it around, yeah.
and I'm the child.
Yeah.
She'll have to tell me things, you know, and then it was so funny on our drive back from South Carolina. You know, she's in her car, I'm in my car, and she like doesn't go the speed limit. She goes slower than the speed limit. And so she was telling me, well, don't be dogging on the car and don't be, you know, speeding or nothing, you know. So I'm pretty much staying behind her, right? So I know I'm going less than the speed limit because she's going less.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she takes off. And people are, you know, going back and forth in the lanes, and I'm like, I can't see her now. So I just keep on driving, you know, how I was driving. I go the speed limit or whatever. And here, then I see her, she's in the lane next to me now. So I was like, okay, you know, and so then I kept going. Then she got in behind me. And then she's texting me, you know, you're going too fast. I'm like, you took out of like a bat out of somewhere, you know. I was like, leave me alone. I'm at 75. I know how to get on. You go, you do you, and I'll do me.
I've been around a little bit longer than you have, child.
And I taught her how to drive.
Well,
I taught her how to drive. And she acts like she has to tell me how to drive all the time. When we were sharing the car, and I would pick her up, and she lives 9 miles from her school. So it's very quick drive, you know.
yeah.
And she would complain about 5 times in that short little drive. So I got to where I'd go pick her up, and I'd get out and I'd get in the passenger seat. And when she'd come out, she'd have to drive. And she'd drive to her house, and then I'd get back in the driver's seat and I'd drive to my house. But she's like, why did you start doing that? And I'm like, because I'm tired of you complaining about my driving in 9 little miles, and you have to make all these complaints. She's like, I wasn't complaining. Yeah, you were. Every day, told me what a bad driver I was.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll tell you.
It is nice, though, to have my own car and just be able to go pick up the baby and come home, not have to take my daughter to school, not have to go pick my daughter up at school.
I'll tell you what to do. Go empty the oven. No, go empty the oven first. Let's see if you can do that. I said, let's see if you can do that before you drive me crazy. Make sure you get everything out this time. Don't leave. Don't leave nothing in there like you did the last time. Don't leave anything in the oven like you did the last time.
Pastmaster says, LOL. I'm not sure why, but when I'm the passenger ever with my mom, I get motion sickness, and I don't have that problem with anyone else. I think it's just like my daughter doesn't like to be a passenger at all. Number one, she likes to be in control and drive.
Yeah.
And number two, she thinks I'm losing my mind, and then so I can't drive either. And I'm like, you need to think about that because I'm the one taking care of your daughter 5 days a week.
It has to be on the oven, on the bag. Can you do that? Okay, let's see if you can do this. Well, she put the bag and the sack in there. She didn't take it out of the sack. She just threw them into the freezer. Lord of mercy, child.
425.
Okay, put the oven, close the oven, put it on 425, let it heat up.
Oh, I'm a good
See,
passenger.
you don't even know how to turn it on.
And I like to be the navigator too and tell you where to go. And
Oven. Start. Put it on the degrees and then push start. I'll be right back.
okay.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, the life of teenagers. Can't wait. Have to have some dinner. I'm so glad y'all found us over here and stopped in. We used to go live and nobody would show up. We wouldn't have any. We had subscribers, but nobody would come to our lives. We don't know why, but I guess they didn't like us that much. So I appreciate all of you coming over here. And we'll be back on my channel. I'm going to try to do the grief support group during the daytime if somebody needs it in the daytime. So I'll do that maybe like on a Monday or Tuesday in the morning. And then I'll definitely be on Friday nights at 7 o'clock having special guests if I can find people to come. And then Saturday night at 7 o'clock for the talent showcase. And it went really well. I was really surprised. And if anybody doesn't want to come on to share their talent but would like it shown, they can email me. Charlie Girl emailed me a whole bunch of pictures of crafts that she's made, and I'm going to make them into a video, and then we'll play that on next Saturday night's show. But anybody, you can come up and sing. You can show us crafts that you've made. You can read poetry. You can really do anything.
Sing.
Craft, sing. We had people showing us their crocheting. We had, just all kinds of. Norma showed some signs that she made. Just all kinds of different things. It was very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Amy says, I'm going to get my Cricut back out so I can be a part of your craft nights. Yes, do that, Amy.
Please do.
Make something and come and show us.
Yeah.
It really was fun. And everybody, I think, that showed stuff, they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it's going to become, where more and more people will know about it. And even if they don't want to, do anything, they might want to come and watch, what the other folks are doing too. So
good ideas from everybody.
And I have a George Carlin tape, about 5-minute tape of him doing one of his comedy routines, and I want to play that, but I'm not having success. I may have to re-download it again or something. But it can even be somebody's video, like I showed Widow's latest video because she makes really good videos. So if y'all, make a video, or like Kristen, you could come up with Peppa, or we could play one of Peppa's videos, or, anything. Just to have fun, have some kind of, like a variety show, like some kind of entertainment, something to do.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
Show your talents.
Show
what it is.
And like I said in the video, everybody can show off. Everybody likes to show off a little bit sometimes.
You don't want things.
But I think it'll be a lot of fun, and so we'll definitely do that. On Friday night, we should have a guest speaker, and then on Saturday night, do the talent and crafts, and then maybe on Sunday afternoons, we'll just have chit chat over here. We'll have to see how it goes. Norma does great crafts, and she's probably going to do some lives with her crafts too when she gets.
I could be your guest speaker.
Yes, you could. You and Eli both. I think we interviewed you. We interviewed you guys on this channel. We can interview you on my channel too.
Watch her, not me. Just her. It's going to be about her. Only her. It's all about me.
Yeah.
Me. She can tell you about Dave.
Well, and I have some trivia stuff ready to go too, so we can do trivia
Play
if anybody wants to.
What?
Bulletin.
What's look at?
Have you only played?
And
I don't know.
Iris came in Purples last night and said she had been on a channel and they were doing Mad Libs, adult Mad Libs. And it's funny because when I was trying to find a poem or some kind of spoken word to do or something like that, that was one of the things that popped up. It's like, and a Mad Lib is like you write sentences to make up a story, but you leave out nouns and adjectives, and then you get the people in the audience to give you random nouns and adjectives, and then you plug them into the story, and then you read the story. And of course it'll be funny because it'll be people we know, doing different things or whatever. So I might try to make something like that up to do also.
It'll be when it gets up to temperature, it'll beep, honey. Just gotta wait. Slowly, it does that.
And the karaoke thing, if you have an iPhone, you just ask Siri, you say like Alan Jackson YouTube karaoke, and it'll pull up a list of songs by Alan Jackson, and you pick your song, and then it'll have where it'll show you the words and play the music. And then you just do that when you're singing, you'll just play the music out of your phone and you'll be able to see the words. So, but if you don't have an iPhone, we'll have to figure something out for the karaoke part.
I thought Blank did.
A blank to my dog. Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's, and it would be really funny when you plug in different names and different adjectives and verbs and what have you like that. So I'll work on some of that this week too and try to have something like that ready to go. But I'll definitely have Charlie Girl's video with her crafts on it. I did figure out how to get that. Earlier it wasn't letting me do my video on Canva, and it wasn't letting me get those off of my phone. And I was just like getting frustrated with it. And then I took a break and I came back and I got it to work. So, but it's going to be fun. Alexa play games too. She's kind of fun. Okay, see, we could do that. I don't have Alexa, but you got Alexa. Amy, you could come up and talk to your Alexa and have her do stuff.
I only got Siri.
Yeah. But like I said, it's just going to be for fun and whatever people want to do, I'm open to anything. Yeah. I just want to see people, laugh and have a good time. And I'm having a Charlie horse in my legs.
I know how them feel.
Oh gosh. Oh, and it was in my thigh.
Oh.
It was like all of a sudden it just grabbed hold of me. Well, okay, you tell her to be nice and let her play.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
But yeah, I think it's going to be fun, and I don't see anything else like that going on in our community anywhere. So I think it'll be fun, and I'll enjoy doing it. So we'll do that. Yeah. But I'm doing the support group on Saturdays in the afternoon, and some people that's not a good time for them. And so I am going to try to do it during the week, maybe like when the baby takes her nap. I could usually get an hour and a half in, but it might be kind of a spur of the moment type thing too. But I'll let the people that want to be in that support group know, how I'm going to work that out or whatever. And that support group, it is a grief support group. However, it's, really, if you just need a friend, you need somebody to talk to, you just want to get something off your chest or whatever, but you want to do it privately, I do a private live, and that way it's only the people in the group that you're, even talking to, and you don't have to go on camera if you don't want to. And that way it just gives people a place to talk and, kind of get things out, or whatever. So we've had 2 sessions the past 2 Saturdays. We've had different people in the sessions, and they've really been good. So we'll be working on getting that going too. But that's something I'm passionate about, helping people with their grief, and then also just having fun. And I'm going to do more of videos of me on camera, going places and doing things, and y'all can laugh if you want, or you can just enjoy my attitude that I'm out there 60 years old and I'm still out there trying to live life,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end this so that Miss Norma can get her grandchildren.
Get my child fed before she has a heart attack.
And again, we appreciate all of you coming and all of your comments. It's been wonderful
And fun.
and we will see you all again soon.
Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming.
Right. And thanks for subscribing.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.